The Lost Dog. Chapter 1. A rainy morning. Tom was a young boy. He was 12 years old and lived in a small town with his mother and father. Their house was near a park with many trees and flowers. Tom loved animals very much. His favorite animal was dogs. Every morning, Tom walked to school with his best friend Emma. Emma was kind and funny. She always made Tom laugh. One rainy Monday morning, Tom and Emma walked slowly to school under a big blue umbrella. "It's very cold today," Emma said. "Yes," Tom answered. "I want to stay in bed all day." Emma laughed. When they passed the park, Tom suddenly stopped walking. "Emma, look!" he shouted. Under a bench, there was a small brown dog. The dog was wet and shaking because of the cold rain. "Oh no," Emma said sadly. "Poor dog." Tom walked slowly toward the animal. The dog looked afraid at first, but after a few seconds, it moved its tail slowly. Tom smiled. "Don't worry," he said softly. "We will help you." The dog was very thin and dirty. Tom could see a small red collar around its neck, but there was no name on it. Emma looked around the park. "I don't see the owner," she said. Tom took off his jacket and carefully covered the dog. "We can't leave him here." "But school starts in 20 minutes, Emma said. Tom looked at the dog again. The little animal looked tired and hungry. "Helping him is more important," Tom answered. Emma smiled. "You're right," together. They carried the dog to Tom's house. Chapter 2. Max. Tom's mother opened the door and looked surprised. "Tom, why are you so wet?" Then she saw the dog. "Oh my goodness," Tom explained everything quickly. His mother listened carefully and then smiled kindly. "Bring him inside." The dog walked slowly into the warm kitchen. Tom gave him water while Emma found an old towel. The little dog drank very fast. "He must be very hungry," Emma said. Tom's mother prepared some food for the dog. After eating, the dog looked much happier. "He's cute," Tom said. "We should give him a name," Emma added. Tom thought for a moment. "How about Max?" The dog suddenly barked happily. Emma laughed. "I think he likes it." For the next few days, Max stayed with Tom's family. Tom played with him every afternoon after school. They ran in the park together and sometimes slept on the sofa together. Max followed Tom everywhere. One evening, Tom's father looked at the dog carefully. "Maybe someone is looking for him," he said. Tom became quiet. He knew his father was right. The next morning, Tom and Emma made posters with a picture of Max. "Found dog, small brown dog, red collar, very friendly." They put the posters around the town. Tom hoped nobody would call. He already loved Max very much. Chapter 3. The Old Man. 3 days later, the phone rang during breakfast. Tom's mother answered it. Yes, he's here." Tom felt nervous immediately. After a short conversation, his mother looked at him softly. "The owner is coming this afternoon." Tom looked down at the floor. He felt sad. When school finished, Tom ran home quickly. An old man was sitting in the living room with Max beside him. The moment Max saw the man, he jumped happily and moved his tail very fast. The old man smiled warmly. "My dog," he whispered. Tom sat quietly. The man looked at him kindly. "Thank you for helping Max." "You're welcome," Tom answered softly. "I looked for him everywhere," the man said. "He ran away during the storm." Tom nodded. Max walked over and placed his head on Tom's lap. The old man smiled again. "I think Max likes you very much." Tom laughed a little. "I like him too." The old man stood up slowly. Then he surprised everyone. "I live alone," he said. "Maybe Max can visit you sometimes." Tom's eyes became wide. "Really?" Of course, after that day, the old man and Max visited every weekend. Tom was very happy, and Max was never lost again.
The Summer at Green Lake. Chapter 1. The new town. Lisa was 16 years old. She lived in a big city with her mother, father, and little brother Ben. Her father worked at a bank, and her mother was a teacher. One evening during dinner, Lisa's father smiled and said, "I have important news." Lisa looked up from her plate. "What is it?" "We are moving to a small town for 1 year, because of my new job." Lisa almost dropped her fork. "What?" Ben looked excited immediately. "Cool. Maybe we can have a bigger house." But Lisa was not happy. "I don't want to move," she said. "My friends are here. My school is here. Everything is here." Her mother spoke softly. "I know this is difficult, Lisa, but the town is beautiful." "What's the name of the town?" Ben asked. "Green Lake." Lisa crossed her arms. "It sounds boring." 2 months later, the family packed their things and drove to Green Lake. The town was small and quiet. There were trees everywhere, and a large blue lake, near the center of town. People walked slowly in the streets and smiled at each other. Lisa looked out the car window unhappily. There's nothing here. Ben pointed excitedly. Look, a boat. But Lisa only sighed. Their new house was small but pretty. It had white walls, a red roof, and a garden full of flowers. That evening, Lisa sat near her bedroom window and looked outside. The town was very quiet. Too quiet. She missed the city already. Chapter 2. The first day of school on Monday morning, Lisa started at Green Lake High School. She felt nervous. What if nobody likes me? She thought. The school building was old, but clean. Students stood outside talking and laughing together. Lisa walked slowly into her classroom. Class, the teacher said, this is Lisa Carter. She is new here. Some students smiled politely. A tall girl with curly brown hair waved at her. You can sit here, she said kindly. Lisa sat beside her. I'm Mia, the girl whispered. I'm Lisa. During lunch break, Mia showed Lisa around the school. This is the library, Mia said. And over there is the gym. Lisa smiled a little. Mia was friendly and funny. Soon they were talking easily. Do you like Green Lake? Mia asked. Lisa shrugged. It's okay, I guess. Mia laughed. You'll like it soon. I don't think so. You will, Mia repeated confidently. After school, Mia pointed toward the lake. A lot of students go there after classes. You should come tomorrow. Lisa hesitated. Then she nodded slowly. Okay. Chapter 3. The lake the next afternoon. Lisa walked to the lake with Mia. The water was bright blue under the warm summer sun. Children played near the shore, while older students sat on the grass, listening to music. It's beautiful, Lisa admitted quietly. I told you, Mia said proudly. They sat under a large tree near the water. Soon 2 boys walked over. Hey Mia, one of them said. The taller boy had black hair and green eyes. This is my friend Noah, Mia said. Noah smiled at Lisa. You're the new girl. Lisa laughed nervously. Everybody says that. Well, Noah said, welcome to Green Lake. The 4 teenagers talked for hours. For the first time since moving, Lisa forgot about the city. As the sun began to set, Noah stood up. Do you guys want ice cream? Yes, Mia shouted immediately. They walked together into town. Lisa smiled quietly to herself. Maybe Green Lake was not so bad after all. Chapter 4. The storm. 1 week later, the weather changed suddenly. Dark clouds covered the sky, and strong wind moved through the town. That evening, heavy rain began to fall. Lisa sat in her room, reading a book when her phone rang. It was Mia. Lisa. Mia sounded scared. My little brother is missing. Lisa stood up quickly. What happened? He went fishing near the lake this afternoon, and he never came home. Lisa's heart began beating fast. I'm coming. Outside, the storm was terrible. Rain hit the streets hard, while thunder shook the sky. Lisa ran to Mia's house. Several adults were already searching near the lake with flashlights. Mia was crying. He's only 9 years old, she said. Lisa tried to stay calm. We'll find him. Noah arrived a few minutes later, completely wet from the rain. I checked near the old bridge, he said. He's not there. Lisa suddenly remembered something. Earlier that week, Mia's brother had talked about a small cave near the lake. The cave, Lisa shouted. What cave? Noah asked. There's a little cave near the north side of the lake. The 3 friends ran through the storm together. The wind was cold and powerful. Finally, they reached the cave. Help! A small voice came from inside. Mia gasped. Daniel. Her little brother sat inside the cave, frightened but safe. I slipped and hurt my foot, he explained. Mia hugged him tightly. You scared us so much. Together, they carefully helped Daniel back home. That night, Mia's parents thanked Lisa and Noah many times. You were very brave, Mia's mother said. Lisa smiled. For the first time since arriving in Green Lake, she truly felt at home. Chapter 5. A new beginning. Summer passed slowly and beautifully. Lisa spent almost every day with Mia and Noah. They swam in the lake, rode bicycles through the town, watched movies, and ate ice cream together. One evening, near the end of summer, Lisa sat beside the lake with Noah. The sunset painted the water orange and pink. Noah, Lisa asked softly. Yeah, I think I understand now. Understand what? Why people love this town? Noah smiled. It grows on you. Lisa laughed. When my dad first told me about Green Lake, I hated the idea. And now? Lisa looked at the peaceful water. Now I don't want to leave. At that moment, Mia arrived, carrying 3 ice creams. Good news, she said happily. What? There's going to be a big summer festival next weekend. Noah grinned. Looks like you're officially part of Green Lake now. Lisa smiled warmly. And deep inside, she knew he was right.
The Girl at the Bakery. Chapter 1. Early morning. Anna woke up at 6 o'clock every morning. She lived in a small apartment with her grandmother in a quiet town near the sea. Life was simple there. People knew each other. Children played safely in the streets, and old men sat outside cafes drinking tea and talking for hours. Anna was 17 years old and worked at a bakery before school. She liked mornings. The streets were peaceful, the air smelled fresh, and the sky slowly became pink and orange when the sun rose. Every morning, she walked to the bakery with headphones in her ears and a warm jacket around her shoulders. The bakery was called Sunny Bread. It was small but famous in the town because everything there tasted wonderful. Fresh bread, chocolate cakes, warm cookies, cheese pastries. People loved the bakery very much. When Anna arrived that morning, her boss Mr. Lewis was already working. "Good morning, Anna," he said with a smile. "Good morning. Can you put the croissants in the front window?" Of course. Anna liked her job because she enjoyed talking to customers. At 7 o'clock, the bakery became busy. An old woman bought apple pie. A tired nurse bought coffee. 2 small children came in with their father and pointed excitedly at chocolate donuts. Everything felt normal until the boy entered. Chapter 2. The quiet customer. The boy looked around Anna's age. He had dark brown hair, tired eyes, and wore a black hoodie. He stood quietly near the door for several seconds before slowly walking toward the counter. Anna smiled politely. "Hello. What would you like?" The boy looked nervous. "UH. 1 coffee, please." Anna prepared the coffee. "Anything else?" The boy looked at the pastries carefully. Then he checked his pocket. His expression changed immediately. He looked embarrassed. Never mind." Anna noticed instantly. "You don't have enough money." The boy looked away. "It's okay." Before he could leave, Anna quickly placed a cheese pastry beside the coffee. "This one is free." The boy blinked. "You don't have to do that." "I know." For the first time, he smiled a little. "Thank you." After paying for the coffee, he sat near the window alone. Anna noticed he stayed there for almost an hour, quietly reading an old book. Before leaving, he walked back to the counter. "I'm Daniel," he said softly. "Anna, thanks again." "Anna," then he left. For some reason, Anna watched him through the window until he disappeared down the street. Chapter 3. Every morning the next day, Daniel returned, and the day after that. Soon it became a routine. Every morning at exactly 7:15, Daniel entered the bakery, ordered coffee, and sat near the same window with a book. Sometimes he read novels, sometimes history books, sometimes he only stared outside silently. Anna became curious about him. One rainy morning, she finally asked, "Why do you always read here?" Daniel looked surprised by the question. "I guess it feels peaceful here." Anna smiled. "I like it here too." After that, they began talking more often. Daniel was quiet, but he was kind and intelligent. He loved books, music, and photography. Anna learned that he had moved to town recently with his older sister. "Do you like this town?" Anna asked one morning. "It's different," Daniel answered. "Different good or different bad?" He laughed softly. "I'm still deciding. Little by little." Daniel smiled more. "And little by little." Anna waited for 7:15 every morning. Chapter 4. The Secret. One afternoon after school, Anna saw Daniel sitting alone near the beach. The sky was grey, and strong wind moved the waves loudly against the rocks. Anna walked over. "Hey." Daniel looked surprised. "Oh, hi. You look sad." Daniel stayed quiet for a moment. Then he sighed. "My sister lost her job." Anna sat beside him. "She's trying very hard, but things are difficult right now." "Is that why you looked worried?" The first day in the bakery. Daniel nodded slowly. We don't really have much money. Anna looked down at the sand. Then she smiled gently. You know, when my grandfather died, my grandmother, and I also had a hard time. Daniel listened carefully. But things became better slowly. Anna continued. Sometimes life is difficult for a while. That doesn't mean it stays difficult forever, for several seconds. Daniel said nothing. Then he smiled softly. You're very good at making people feel better. Anna laughed. I try. The cold wind moved around them, while the sea grew darker under the evening sky. For the first time in many weeks, Daniel felt less alone. Chapter 5. The festival. A month later. The town prepared for the Summer Sea Festival. Colorful lights decorated the streets, music played everywhere, and food stands filled the town square. Anna worked extra hours at the bakery because so many tourists visited. That evening, she wore a light blue dress and walked to the festival with her grandmother. The town looked magical. Children carried balloons, couples danced near the stage, and fireworks lit up the dark sky. Suddenly Anna heard a familiar voice. You look nice. She turned around. Daniel stood there smiling nervously. You clean up pretty well too. Anna joked. Daniel laughed. I was wondering. He hesitated. If you wanted to walk around together. Anna smiled immediately. I'd like that. Together. They explored the festival. They played games, shared ice cream, and watched fireworks near the sea. At one small photography stand, Daniel stopped walking. What is it? Anna asked. Daniel pointed toward one of the pictures on the wall. It was a photo of the bakery early in the morning. Warm yellow lights, fresh bread in the windows, and Anna standing behind the counter smiling. You took this? Anna asked in surprise. Daniel nodded shyly. It's my favorite photo. Anna looked at the picture quietly, then at Daniel, and suddenly, her heart felt strangely warm. Chapter 6. A different future. Summer slowly ended. The air became cooler, and leaves began falling from the trees. But life felt happier now. Daniel's sister found a new job at a bookstore in town. Daniel started helping a local photographer on weekends. Anna continued working at the bakery and studying hard at school. One evening after work, Anna closed the bakery door and looked at the empty street. Daniel waited outside holding two hot chocolates. For you, he said. Anna smiled. You're getting generous. I learned from you. They walked slowly toward the beach together. The sea was calm, and the town lights reflected beautifully on the water. You know, Daniel said quietly, I think coming to this town was the best thing that ever happened to me. Anna looked at him. Me too. And under the cold autumn sky, with waves moving softly beside them, both of them knew something important had begun.